I really hope you found this simulator as fascinating to explore as I did. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation. We'll be sharing with you details about Anchor Core254, which is our own unique approach to network marketing team building with the aim of creating structural integrity and creating business continuity, building a team that moves with you rather than a team that belongs to a single volatile platform. So this is our blueprint for legacy team building, a structure designed to outlive any single business platform. And that is what Anchor Core254 is all about. Now, the inspiration from this or for this project actually comes from my own personal experience and several heartbreaks, which I have had over the course of the last 10 years that I've been actively promoting and building network marketing teams across different platforms. I've built teams and lost them. In a business, 𝗟𝗲𝗿𝗍𝗄 Global, where I worked and built a team of 120,000 plus downlines, that business eventually had some issues. I lost my 120,000 plus team members, and I started again from scratch, building a team in a different platform. In fact, before I had that experience in 𝗟𝗲𝗿𝗍𝗄, I actually had an experience preceding that one in a platform called 𝐴𝗏𝗏𝗿𝗏, where I lost my team that was over 8,000 participants strong. And now I started building again from scratch in another platform, Skyward Community. And after building for some time, my team grew up to almost 3,000 partners. And then there was a platform migration to a different platform. And it was almost like I have to start doing this thing all over again, building a team on the new platform or migrating my old team. And when it hit me that, well, if I have to migrate my team, and the truth is your team is the only asset you have as a network marketer. And those of you who are network marketers on this call, you will agree with me. So I thought about, how about having your team as a permanent migrating asset, something that can move with you in the event of platform collapse or policy shifts, etc. And the solution is to have a structure, a team, a downline database independent of one particular platform. And by keeping the team external to the business platform, we can then move this team intact to new platforms without losing the structure, without losing the team integrity, and without losing the team volume. Please give me reactions if this is something that interests you. Now, our structures blueprint, because of course you have to design before you execute. You have to structure a blueprint before you go on to implementation. Now, our blueprint is a top-down 2x2 binary metric structure capped sorry, a little bit under the weather, and I have cough and catarrh. However, it's mild, so I think it will not interrupt this meeting too much. All right, so like I was saying, our blueprint is a top-down 2x2 binary metric structure capped at 254 permanent positions and 7 levels for participation. Now, there is scarcity because these positions, 254 permanent positions, cannot be increased. Once these slots are filled, the structure is closed for participation, and repositioning within the structure becomes impossible. So when you're picking a slot on a level, it becomes your permanent position. And as you pick a slot, the total number of slots available in that level reduces, and the total number of overall slots also reduces. It therefore means that when we sell all 254 positions, it will no longer be possible to become a member of this dedicated team structure. Now, the structure has 2 segments, 2 parts. We can broadly categorize the structure into 2 parts. The first part is the core. and it comprises level 1 to 7. The core consists of 254 positions, and this is secured by member via payment. Now, the core level are transferred intact from one platform to another. That's level 1 to 7. Level 1 having 2 positions, level 2 having 4 positions, level 3 having 8 positions, level 4 having 16 positions, level 5 having 32 positions, level 6 having 64 positions, and level 7 having 128 positions. So the total number of positions available is 254 core positions. Now we have those core levels, and then we have the activity layer made up of 2 levels, level 8 and level 9. Now level 8 has 256 positions and level 9 has 512 positions. And this is the engine of growth, or the engine of momentum. It consists of these 768 partners in level 8 and level 9, which we will recruit through advertisement campaigns to generate upward momentum and upward volume for the members in levels 1 to 7, the core members. So this is the 2 broad categorization of the structure. Now, the entry costs and benefits are in tiers. Level 7 being the lowest and most affordable tier at just 5,000 naira for a slot. And the benefit is you have the potential of securing 6 active partners below you. As you buy higher levels, the prices increase and the benefits also increase. Level 6 costs 8,750 naira and has the potential to secure 14 active partners below your level. Level 5 costs 15,400 naira and has the potential to secure for you 30 active downlines below your level, below your slot. And it goes on and on up to level 1, which costs 144,550 naira and has the potential of giving you 510 downlines below your slot. Unfortunately, as at the time of this recording, level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4 are already sold out. We only have slots available now in level 5, 6, and 7. So we have slots for level 5, level 6, and level 7. When you go to the registration form, you will see that level 1 to level 4 are already sold out. Now, to ensure that we are not just running a passive community or a passive team, we operate 4 administrative pillars. We have the pillar responsible for all the administrative team responsible for advertisements and lead generation. Their job is to fill up levels 8 and 9 in any platform we join. So it's their responsibility to generate leads through advertising, advertisement campaigns, get those people to become registered members that fill up level 8 and 9 of our core structure. We have the pillar number 2, the administrative team responsible for presentation and training. It's their responsibility to study the materials in the target platform, to gain the understanding, to educate those who are joining those platforms through our team. We have the 3rd pillar, administrative team responsible for registration and onboarding. They are the ones that ensure the integrity and the preservation of the metric structure from level 1 to 7, as well as levels 8 and 9. Then we have the pillar number 4, the administrative team responsible for communication and moderation. It's their job to communicate things like webinars, reports and replays of meetings that we hold, etc. Now, this system requires funding. It requires the fuel that moves the engine, and the fuel is the members' annual subscription fee. So as you pay and secure a slot, that subscription gives you access to that slot for a period of 1 year validity from the date of your payment. Now, these funds are pooled together and used for advertising and team recruitment, as well as payments for the administrative team's activities. Now, there are consequences for non-renewal. If your subscription duration expires and you don't renew, you can retain your position, but you forfeit the right to be replicated into a new business platform until you activate your subscription. So it is very possible for you to decide the platform that you see that we want to register the Core254 structure into. It's not something that is appealing to you, and you say, okay, I will not renew my subscription, as a result of which I don't want to participate, and you'll be skipped. However, if you renew your subscription, all the platforms we join, you'll be included. So you retain your membership, but when we are entering into a new platform, you may not be replicated if you do not pay your annual commitment fee. Now, there's also the possibility that if we see, for example, a year where there was low productivity, we can give a discount for the following year for members, or we can even give them like 100% discount where they just get a free year, a gap year. Now, for example, we are started building this community. We started building the community in February. From the 14th of February was when we opened the registration and people could secure slots. However, we have not yet sold all the slots. So if, for example, we are not able to sell all the slots, and then the time to renew now gets to the time for renewal for some members, and they have not yet gotten all the benefit they're supposed to get, we can simply say your subscription has been extended and allow them to enjoy the benefit all to maybe 1 year and 6 months or 2 years, as the case may be. So it's possible, but it is entirely at the discretion of the administrative team. So if this is what we now eventually decide to do, your subscription can be extended beyond 1 year. Now, in order to preserve our team structure, there is a strict deployment strategy that we use. We follow hierarchical registration protocol, where we register the people in the upper levels first, followed by the levels following. For example, level 1 is registered under the team leader, followed by level 2, and it goes down up to level 7, so that each person in each level has to be registered, verified, and their referral link will be obtained for that particular platform before we are able to register the next level of people. And this can lead to delayed alignment. It means that as we are doing registrations, somebody who is in level 4 might be getting impatient, or maybe the platform is such a platform that the process of doing KYC takes time, and we are doing this hectic procedure for the total number of people we have in our team is going to be slow. So you have to be patient, and if you say you are impatient and you skip the queue and you go and register by yourself, and we get to your time to register you, we discover you have already been registered, it's going to cause a challenge, because we will now have to either do one of 3 things, which I will get to in a later slide. But if partners are not willing to be patient, then they may not be able to work well in a team, and so we may not be able to have such partners join our team. If you are joining this team, you must wait for your direct upline to complete their registration and verification before you yourself are registered with their link, so that nobody is left behind and nobody is displaced. Now, if it comes up to a situation where we want to register on a platform, but you already have an account on that platform, maybe you already knew about that platform before and you created an account, we have 3 ways we can resolve it. 3 ways. Number 1, you will secure your slot as yourself by contacting support and asking them to move your previous account under your designated upline in the Core254 structure, so that your existing account can be moved into the structure of Core254 and you retain the position that you have already paid for. Option 2, securing the position by a proxy. And this is a situation where you register a friend or a family member that acts on your behalf for that specific platform. So you will have access to that person's account and you will receive your benefit as a member of 𝐶𝗿254 through that proxy. And option 3 is that we skip the position, and we always use this as a last resort. In this case, you will forfeit placement on that specific platform, but you will retain all your other benefits of membership in the 𝐶𝗿254, such as future deployments on other platforms where you have not created an account. So those are our 3 options for resolving such a situation. Now, we thrive through discipline. In fact, discipline can easily be considered to be our greatest asset. So if you violate our rules, you will probably receive certain sanctions. Now, what are some violations that you can commit as a member of this team? Violation number 1, creating a personal account outside of the team, which can lead you to forfeiting your position on that platform. If we have a plan to create an account for all our members on a specific platform, you go and create an account by yourself outside the team, that's a violation. Violation number 2, if you do registrations of personal downlines in a platform that has a first binary matrix, there's a thing they call first fixed binary matrix, which is situations where if you register and the positions under you are filled up, any other registration will spill over. So in such a case, it therefore means that the first 2 positions under you must be occupied by the people who are your direct downlines according to the 𝐶𝗿254 structure. Now, if you go and register someone else in a position where the 𝐶𝗿254 member is supposed to be under you, that's doing personal registrations, it means you will have distorted the 𝐶𝗿254 metrics, and that is a violation. Violation number 3 is intentionally skipping your subscription payment and I think I'm forgetting one of them. Oh, violation number 3 is the continued intentional violation of repetition of number 1 and number 2. So if, for example, these are singular events in that, for example, you made a mistake and created a personal account, we can perhaps move past it. But if you continue to violate these rules, so that's a violation of its own. That category is repetition of offense, and that one can lead to eviction without refund. But violation number 3 is just showing that this person is intentional. The mistakes are not accidental, they are intentional. So if we see such, we evict the person and we will not refund you the registration fee you paid. Evicting you without refund is the consequence of repeated violation. Now, first platform we started to deploy on was Micron Global Platform, because this was reached through unanimous community poll. Those who joined the Anchor are mostly members of the platform 𝐷𝗫𝐻 because they joined during the period where there was the necessity for migration, and they unanimously voted to deploy on Micron Global. And so at this stage, we had to register them on Micron Global as the first platform of deployment, because this was no longer just the ethical question of whether or not this person was once your downline on the previous platform. This was a concern of service or payment for service rendered. So the service had to be rendered as payment had already been made. These are people who paid to say we want to be in a dedicated team, and they say we want to deploy on this platform. So at this stage, we could not refuse these people because it was their money and it was their right. So when they reached a unanimous decision that they want to deploy on Micron Global, we started to deploy on Micron Global. However, if you want to join Anchor and you already have a Micron Global account, we can still help you through one of those 3 channels that we mentioned so that you can receive full value for your money. You can register a proxy to take your position platform you already have an account. If
Recording in
Hello, can you hear me? Give me plus if you can hear me. I had a network challenge. My device I am connected with, I received a call, disrupted the network temporarily, and I'm back. I don't know how to ensure that that doesn't happen again, but let's see. Okay, let me share my screen again. We're almost rounding up. This presentation is very brief, very straight to the point, and not wasting time. Okay, so where were we? Right. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Give me plus if you can see my screen. Thank you for your feedback. So let's carry on. Now, like I said, these are the important points to note. When you join this team, Anchor, what we actually provide you with is structural guarantee. We are helping you protect and preserve your structure. We're not giving you financial guarantees. We're not telling you that when we register you on this platform, you will just automatically begin to make money. We are rather telling you that we will help you retain control of your team. It's your team that we are protecting here. It's not your income. We're not guaranteeing that this team of yours is going to make you a millionaire. But if you build a team and your team is to move from one platform to another, we will help you migrate it seamlessly so that if you move to a new platform, your team is intact. So that if you have to do business in a new platform, you will not be trying to build a team from scratch. If we decided that we are going into this platform, the team that you already have will follow you into that platform. So we are controlling position priority and cross-platform continuity. And we also do engineered activity through our advertisement campaign. Excuse me. However, we do not control things like the lifespan of the third-party platform that we are entering into. We do not control things like their regulatory compliance. So there are no income promises, and profit depends entirely on the platform mechanics and individual execution. So if we are very clear on that point, let me then move on. Now, by joining Anchor Core254, you consent to centralized strategy. Individual preferences for specific platforms will have to be subject to the general agreed upon direction of the team and the administrators. So this is the trade-off you make when you join this community, when you join this team. You surrender individual activity and individual decision for the engineered security and the momentum of a dedicated permanent team. So that's the trade-off here. What we are building is a legacy immune to platform collapse. And once we have secured and sold these 254 slots, the structure is sealed. So your next action is to visit the registration form to verify slot availability and begin your registration and onboarding. Ensure your KYC materials are ready because we will be using them for deployment on the platforms that we enter into. And then we look forward to having you join our team. As a matter of fact, we look forward to welcoming you into our team if you are not yet a member. You should see a poll right now in the front of your screen asking you a question. It's just one question. Are you a registered member of the Anchor Core254 network? Yes, no, and I wish to join are the options. Just vote your answer. Let me know those who are members, those who are yet to be members. Please, all voting should happen right now. Everyone should click an answer on their screen. You see the questions, select your answer. So if it is yes, vote yes. If it is no, vote no. You should open the poll, access it, vote your option. I hope you can see the poll. You can see the poll, just vote your option. I'm going to be closing the poll in the next 1 minute. So I see that a few persons have not yet participated. About 2 people are yet to vote, are yet to give their answers. So the 3 options, yes, no, and I wish to join. Just click your answer. Question is just one question. If you can see the question on your screen, just click on one answer, and that should be all. Two more persons are yet to send in their answers. Please, if that is you, quickly do so. We don't have too much time. We want to move very quickly. I'm still waiting for the last. Okay, very good. So this is the result. Let me share the results. So out of, I think only 4 persons responded. Out of 4 respondents, 2 persons said yes, 1 said no, 1 said I wish to join. So if you voted no or I wish to join, check in the chat. I just sent the registration form, or rather I'm just going to send the registration form now. Just a moment. Let's see. So find the link. I just shared it in the chat. The link to register, I've just shared it in the chat. That's the registration portal. You will see the available slots when you open the registration form, and you'll be able to secure any of the slots that suits your budget. So for those who said no and I wish to join, this is your opportunity to join the Anchor Core254 and become a member of a dedicated team that moves with you from one platform to another. Any questions? This is your opportunity now to ask any question you have. So react by raising your hand if you have a question, and we'll be very happy to answer your question.